This is Hong Kong, the crossroads of the world where East meets West. It's a unique combination of colonial influence and over 5,000 years of Chinese tradition. It's truly one of the world's great cities and certainly one of the most vibrant and exciting places to be. Hong Kong is buzzing with life 24/7. Hong Kong is divided into four main areas: Kowloon, Hong Kong Island, the New Territories and the outlying islands. Kowloon and the New Territories are on a peninsula of the Chinese mainland on the northern side of Victoria Harbour. Hong Kong Island lies to the south of the harbour, and the outlying islands, well, simply refers to any of the other 234 islands. Hong Kong Island was just a barren rock with a collection of fishing villages when the British claimed it in 1842. In 1997, Hong Kong returned to Chinese sovereignty. It's now part of the People's Republic of China, but it's officially classed a special administrative region, operating under the One Country, Two Systems rule. These days, Hong Kong is a flourishing international city with a population of nearly 7 million. Compact and accessible, there is so much to experience here. Hong Kong has a subtropical climate, with temperatures ranging from up to 32 degrees centigrade in the summer, when it's often very humid, to around 15 degrees centigrade in the winter. It's often been said that shopping is a national sport in Hong Kong, and many people come to Hong Kong for just that, to shop. Just about every major international brand name has a flagship store here, but it's not all upscale and palatial shopping malls. You can buy just about everything in Hong Kong, from computers, cameras and gadgets to clothes and antiques. Not to mention the street markets. There are a few designer brand stores and some luxury malls around the Central District on Hong Kong Island, but one of the main shopping areas is Causeway Bay. The Times Square Mall is one of Hong Kong's largest and worth a look, but just around the corner you'll find something that is unique to Hong Kong: the GOD store. It stands for Goods of Desire, but in the local Cantonese dialect, GOD sounds like you're saying to live better. They describe themselves as Hong Kong's premier lifestyle brand and now have 3 stores, but the largest is this in Causeway Bay, and they have a mission to define a new young Asian design identity. You'll find clothes, household goods and furniture, many of them using the iconic graphic designs and imagery from China's communist era. And you would be hard-pressed not to find something unique and original here. Over on the Kowloon side of the harbour, you'll find Harbour City, the largest mall in Hong Kong, with over 2 million square feet of shopping heaven and boasting more than 750 shops, restaurants and bars. If you're looking for more traditional Chinese goods, head to the Chinese Arts and Crafts store. There are several outlets in Hong Kong, but the largest is near Harbour City on Salisbury Road in Kowloon. They sell a wide selection of traditional Chinese handicrafts, including fabulous jewellery, intricate jade carvings, antique porcelain, embroideries, silks and paintings. Not cheap, or far from it, but an essential stop for the serious collector. But of course, all serious shoppers also head for the markets. And as you'd expect, Hong Kong has plenty to offer, and all of them are an explosion of colour and noise. First of all, head up to Mong Kok for one of Hong Kong's greatest free attractions. The bird market at Yuen Po Street is a unique cultural hobby where birds are bought and sold not only for their appearance, but also for their voice. Gathering early in the morning to share their songsters with fellow friends, many of the older locals will promenade with their prized bird around the plaza, stopping to chat and exchange stories along the way, much like Westerners taking their dogs out for walks. The market is open all day, but is best in the early morning. Literally around the corner from the bird garden is the Mong Kok Flower Market. Even if you're not shopping for flowers, plants and horticultural accessories, it's a pleasant way to spend time and see some of the more exotic Asian plants. Again, to see it at its best, get there early. Hong Kong people love their pets. But as space is at a premium here, the perfect pets are fish and small birds. Close to the bird garden is Goldfish Street, as it's known by the locals. Its real name is Tung Choi Street, and it got its nickname because of the large number of aquariums and aquatic supply stores. Hong Kong also has a variety of wet markets, selling everything from fresh meat and fish to fruit, vegetables and all sorts of raw and cooked foodstuffs. You probably won't want to take freshly prepared fish back to your hotel room, but these markets are a whirl of sights, sounds and smells, and typical of daily Hong Kong life. If rising early for the markets doesn't appeal, don't worry. There are some markets that trade well into the evening. The famous Temple Street Night Market, located in the Jordan area of Kowloon, is well known as the busiest flea market at night in Hong Kong. Popular with both tourists and locals alike, it opens at 4 p.m, but comes alive in the evening until midnight. It offers an amazing range of inexpensive items and is a fun way to spend the evening. If you tell your friends that you're visiting Hong Kong, the chances are they'll ask if you're going to have a suit made. Hong Kong is well known throughout the world for its tailor-made suits, ready in just 24 hours. The most well-known of all the Hong Kong tailors has to be Sam's. Located in an arcade off Nathan Road in Kowloon, Sam's Tailors has been dressing the great and the good for several generations, and it is a Hong Kong institution. Kings, presidents, prime ministers, movie actors and rock stars have all been here to be fitted out in style by Sam. He has the pictures on the walls to prove it. Simply drop in, get measured up and come back a day or so later for a fitting, and then wait for your brand new bespoke suit to be completed. It will fit like a dream, and Sam will keep your measurements on file for 5 years. As long as you don't put on weight, you can even call them up and order another suit. After all that shopping and urban madness, why not rise above the streets and check out the city's skyline and harbour from Victoria Peak? Anyone will tell you it's a Hong Kong must. Just head to the Peak Tram Terminus in Central and jump on for a spectacular trip up the incline on this funicular railway that's been taking tourists to the top of Hong Kong Island's highest point since 1888. On a clear day, you can see the layout of the harbour, the Kowloon Peninsula, and some of the city's most amazing skyscrapers. There are restaurants, shops and bars at the top, so you can while away a few hours breathing in the fresh air. Another Hong Kong must-see is the Star Ferry. What better way to get a flavour of the bustling harbour than to cross over on this icon of public transportation? The green and white boats of the Star Ferry Company have been plying the waters between Hong Kong Island and the mainland since 1898. And it's still one of the most colourful and exciting ferry trips in the world. And one of the cheapest too. A one-way fare on the lower deck is still just $1.70, which is around 13 British pence. On the Kowloon waterfront, not too far from the Star Ferry Terminal at Tsim Sha Tsui, is one of Hong Kong's newest attractions, the Avenue of Stars. The Hong Kong film industry is the third largest in the world, behind the USA and India. And here, Hong Kong pays tribute to the many stars of its homegrown cinema. There are plaques, handprints and sculptures, including a bronze of the legendary kung fu action star Bruce Lee. If you're on the Kowloon side and are feeling a little sporty, pop over to the City Golf Club. In the most unexpected setting and in true Hong Kong style, this inner-city golf driving range has over 200 bays on 4 levels, open until midnight every day. You can get day membership on the door and you just pay for the time you are there rather than the balls you use. They have over 400,000 balls, so you'll never run short. If you're away on business and need to keep in the swing, it's the perfect solution. If you're in Hong Kong during the racing season, you must head down to Happy Valley Racecourse on a Wednesday night. Happy Valley has been the home of Hong Kong horse racing since 1846. Since then, the cityscape has grown up around the track, making it one of the most unique inner-city racecourses in the world. Run by the Hong Kong Jockey Club, betting on the horses is the only legalized form of gambling here, and the locals take it very seriously indeed. Even if you're not a devotee of racing, the spectacle of these floodlit evening meets is really something. As always in Hong Kong, there's plenty to eat and drink, and you may even be tempted to have a flutter. Hong Kong has some of the best hotels in the whole of Asia, if not the world, and there are certainly loads to choose from. First of all, you must decide whether to stay on the Kowloon side or on Hong Kong Island. The advantage of staying Kowloon side is that you often get spectacular views of the Hong Kong skyline. The Langham Hotel is one of the finest 5-star luxury hotels in Hong Kong. It's an elegant European-styled sanctuary located in the heart of Kowloon's busiest commercial and entertainment district, Tsim Sha Tsui. It's the only member of the leading hotels of the world group in Hong Kong and offers 495 luxurious rooms and suites. There is some fine dining to be had at the Langham. The award-winning Tang Court serves up some elegant Cantonese cuisine, headed by executive chef Xu Hin Chi. who oversees the preparation backstage. Not surprisingly, it has won 2 Gold with Distinction awards at the Hong Kong Tourism Board's Best of the Best Culinary Awards. If you have a sweet tooth, you can indulge yourself at the Palm Court in the hotel, where every day from 3 p.m. they serve their famous chocolate afternoon teas. Catering for the Western palate is Main Street Deli, a pioneering restaurant in Hong Kong, serving authentic New York favorites. Come and enjoy their stacked sandwiches, large pizzas and monster burgers, complete with all the trimmings. And that's not including the cheesecake. On Hong Kong Island itself, most of the hotels are based around Central, Wan Chai and Causeway Bay. The Island Shangri-La is a welcoming luxury retreat in the heart of the city and soars 56 floors above the streetscape. As the tallest hotel on Hong Kong Island, each one of the rooms and suites commands magnificent views of the Peak and Victoria Harbour. The decor is described as Asian-accented European, and the atrium houses the world's largest Chinese silk painting, the Great Motherland of China, spanning 16 stories, which is so big you need to take a lift to see the whole piece. There's a library to relax in, a 24-hour gym, and a spectacular pool area with amazing views of the nearby office towers. Food-wise, there's some great in-house dining. First off, why not savor an evening cocktail at the Lobster Bar and Grill, offering an innovative menu in a welcoming setting. Or head up to the 56th floor to Restaurant Petrus. Perched high above the city with yet more breathtaking views, Petrus offers the pinnacle of dining in an environment to match. Even the kitchens have a view here. One of the best addresses in town is undoubtedly the Grand Dame of Hong Kong and arguably one of the world's greatest hotels, the magnificent Peninsula. Since opening in 1928, the Peninsula Hotel has offered unparalleled luxury to guests ever since, with a discreet and understated service. It's the oldest hotel in Hong Kong and is often referred to affectionately as the Pen. Located right on the tip of the Kowloon Peninsula, hence the name, the hotel is right at the very heart of Hong Kong high society. The Harbour View Suites, located in the hotel's modern 30-story extension tower, all have pretty much the best view in Hong Kong, even from the bath. If your budget can stretch to it, why not spend a night or two in the Marco Polo Suite? You don't have to be a world leader, but you will need a few dollars in your wallet. On the roof of the tower, twin helipads offer the discerning hotel guest easy and discreet access, and the private China Clipper Lounge harks back to the romantic age of the flying boats. There is a spectacular Roman-style swimming pool area with a sun deck, and the recently completed Peninsula Spa by Espar offers a spa experience like nowhere else in Hong Kong. The 12,000 square foot facility occupies 2 floors, has great views and boasts 14 state-of-the-art treatment rooms. Oh, and the Pen has a fleet of 14 Rolls-Royce Phantoms to chauffeur guests to and from the hotel in ultimate luxury. As you might expect, there are some wonderful places to eat and drink at the peninsula, including the elegant Spring Moon that offers exceptional Cantonese cuisine in an Art Deco setting. The resident tea masters will match your food to the perfect tea from over 25 varieties. Nothing is more evocative of the olden days in Hong Kong than afternoon tea in the lobby. It's the most elegant meeting place in Hong Kong, and you can sip tea and nibble beautifully prepared sandwiches and cakes all afternoon in the sumptuous surroundings. So very civilized. Of course, you don't have to dine in the top hotels. Hong Kong is one of the culinary capitals of the world and the home of Cantonese cuisine. There are treats to be enjoyed in every corner of the city, from hawker-style noodle shops to deluxe restaurants and eateries. Food is a way of life here and a fundamental part of Chinese culture. While you are in Hong Kong, you must try some authentic Chinese cuisine, and one of the best ways to do this is to go for dim sum, literally meaning to touch the heart. Dim sum are special Cantonese mouthfuls that you choose from bamboo steamers. They include shrimp dumplings, barbecued pork buns, steamed pork dumplings, and a multitude of mouth-watering combinations. Head down to Times Square in Causeway Bay and to the Superstar Seafood restaurant to try these tasty treats. You can even watch how they are made. The seafood is great too, and you can even choose your meal while it's still in the tank. One of the hottest places to eat is Bo Innovation, where the famous demon chef Alvin Leung will guide you through an incredible tasting menu of what he calls extreme Chinese. Modern Chinese cooking presented as a series of dishes intended to create a cascade of sensations. He describes himself as a food engineer, and his scientific approach to blend the tastes and sensations of Eastern and Western ideas all makes for a truly memorable meal. The restaurant has won many awards and accolades, and as the name suggests, it will be the most innovative food you will ever eat in Hong Kong. If you're in Hong Kong for an extended period, why not go further afield? Escape the intensity of the city and take a trip out to Lamma Island. There are regular ferries, and in around 30 minutes you will be in a different world where the pace of life is much slower. There are no high-rise buildings and no cars on Lamma Island, so the contrast is immediately noticeable. There are two villages, Sok Kwu Wan and Yung Shi Wan, both famous for their open-air seafood restaurants and bars. It's a great way to spend the evening, but don't miss the last ferry home. The largest island in Hong Kong is Lantau, where the world's tallest outdoor seated bronze Buddha sits serenely atop the Nong Ping Mountain. It used to be a very remote spot, but these days it's easy to get there on the Nong Ping 360 cable car. The 3.5-mile ride up the mountain takes around 25 minutes and offers some breathtaking views of the island. At the top is the Nong Ping Tea House, where you can experience one of China's oldest traditions, the tea-making ceremony. From there, it's just a short walk to the giant 250-ton bronze Buddha. And if you're feeling energetic, you can climb the 268 steps to get a closer look. Another great location to visit is the southern part of Hong Kong Island. Just a short taxi or bus ride from Central are the beaches of the south coast. Deepwater Bay and Repulse Bay are some of the most expensive places in Hong Kong to live, but you can come out and lie on the beaches for free. A little further along is Stanley. It's a picturesque seaside village with a host of restaurants and bars, plus the famous Stanley Market, specializing in low-priced designer goods, artworks, silk garments and souvenirs. Also situated on Hong Kong Island's south coast is Ocean Park. It's been ranked as one of the 10 most popular amusement parks in the world. Today, its aim is more than just family fun, as Ocean Park has a strong commitment to education and conservation too. A fun cable car ride will take you out to the headland, where there are some amazing aquarium exhibits, including the Atoll Reef, which is home to 1,500 fish, and the 3,500 square meter Chinese Sturgeon Aquarium. Oh, and there are some great restaurants and some fun rides as well. Ocean Park is also home to 2 pairs of giant pandas. Ying Ying and Li Li and An An and Jia Jia live in a purpose-built habitat, and if you are lucky, often come right up close so you can experience these wonderful and rare creatures at first hand. Hong Kong is a city that never sleeps, with a work hard, play harder reputation that has earned it a place at the top of the list of 24-hour, full-on cities. When the sun goes down, be sure to catch the spectacular Symphony of Lights show, one of Hong Kong's greatest free attractions. It takes place every night at 8 p.m. on both sides of Victoria Harbour. The best views are along the waterfront at Tsim Sha Tsui, near the Culture Centre, where there is live narration and music. There are more restaurants and bars per square metre in Hong Kong than almost anywhere else in the world, so there's plenty of choice and definitely something for every taste. The most famous area for bars and a place where tourists and locals alike head to is Lang Kwai Fong in Central, where there is an amazing array of places to eat, drink and dance the night away. Located in the very hip Centrium building on Wyndham Street is Dragon Eye. It's a magnet for models, celebrities and socialites. It is the place to be seen in Hong Kong, and it buzzes well into the early hours. Do dress to impress the doorman though, especially after 11 p.m. A few blocks away on Hollywood Road is Drop Bar, which has the reputation as the place to go for late-night dancing. Some of Hong Kong's best DJs play here, and it can be the hottest ticket in town. It's very small but fun and intimate, so get there early to be sure of getting in. Back over in Kowloon at the top of the Peninsula Hotel is one of the most famous night spots in Hong Kong, the glamorous Felix Bar. Designed by Philip Stark, it's a great place to people watch and to sip one of their famous cocktails. Hong Kong is alive 24 hours a day, and you'll never be short of things to see and do. So, however you spend your time in this remarkable ultra-modern city with plenty of ancient soul, you are guaranteed a memorable time.